welcome back to the Stronghold. I'm the Magi, and for those of you that are familiar with the channel, I am what I refer to as a value drafter. That means I am going to be going for as much value on this draft as I possibly can. If I remember correctly, now you get a 39 cards out of 3 packs. And I really want to see what's possible here. Primarily, how many rares, list cards, etc. can we walk away with. Also, I kind of wanted to talk for a couple of minutes here about some misconceptions about draft. A lot of people feel like you have to go infinite, that you've got to get that 1,400, 1,600 gems in order to have done well in a draft, hitting 3, 4, 5 wins. And really, drafting is about being a better economic alternative than just buying packs. And in a set like this, if you can draft 4 rares and then open a 5th and get just 1 win, you've beat buying packs value-wise. And in a set like this where it might be possible to get significantly more, if you can draft 7 rares, open an 8th, and get 0 wins, you have actually done just as well as you would have done buying packs and getting golden packs. That's right, you get card selection, you get more cards, and you don't have to win. There's very little downside to drafting at this point. And I think drafting 7 rares is not only possible, I think it might even be likely, and that's what we're going to be putting to the test here today. But before we get into all that, take just a moment to like, comment, and subscribe, because that kind of thing really keeps this boat moving. Now, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, right. Alright, I like this pack. There's several good cards here. We've got Krenko and we've got Underground Mortuary. They're both very solid. I'm gonna take the Krenko here. The Underground Mortuary might wheel because well, people don't like to draft rare lands. All right, here we go. We got another rare Unyielding Gatekeeper. We are absolutely gonna snatch that up. Krenko, very nice. I mean, it kind of is misleading because it makes you feel like he wants to be a Goblin Lord in a set that really doesn't have that many goblins. But he really wants to be in an artifact deck. Hey, look at that. A 3rd rare, just like that. And a dual land to boot. All right, here we go. Pick 4. And there are no more rares at this point. So we've got Eliminate the Impossible, Presumed Dead, and Deadly Complication. And, well, Complication feels like the strongest card here overall. So I think that's what we're going to snatch up. It goes pretty well with our Krenko. Alright, so we've got Evidence Examiner and Magnetic Shuffler. Neither one of those are awesome, but Unscrupulous Agent is potentially looking like the strongest card here, and that kind of fits some secondary goals. So I am going to pass some uncommons here that are not very good, and instead take a common that looks to be in line. Mass Hysteria from the list. Yes, I think I will. Pretty much unplayable and limited, but that is a card I'm willing to take. What do we got here? Gadget Technician is probably the strongest card. Meddler also is a close second, and I'm going to take that because uncommons are, well, uncommon. Alright, what do we got here? Galvanize is a really strong pick, especially if we are in those Rakdos colors. Presumed Dead is a pretty far drop off, so I do think we have to take the Galvanize here. Bite Down on Crime feels really, really strong. Slice from the Shadows, though, also equally good, and right in color for us. So value doesn't have to be an option. I mean, you can really get in here and feel like you're doing some things, I think I'm going to take a second meddler. And well, now things start to dry up for us a little bit. I mean, we do have an uncommon at Curious Inquiry, and I think that's what we're going to take here. We're going to end up with the commons. Presumed Dead. Pretty strong uncommon there, and Unauthorized Exit. Okay. So, Axeborn Ferox, pack 2, pick 1. I'm not sure we pulled that. That feels like a pretty unsplashable card. Well, no great amount of rares here. Basher or Undercity Eliminator. I think we're just gonna take the Eliminator here. Yeah, we're already at 5 rares, so really just a couple more. Like, oh, I don't know, Leyline of the Guild pack. Or maybe it was in a weird position, I don't know. So what do we got here? Form Familiar, Curious Inquiry. I think I'm going to take actually Person of Interest here. Again, passing an uncommon at pick 4 to pick up a very playable common. That last pick, Person of Interest, actually cut off red in that pack, maybe giving us some better picks on the wheel. That'll be very nice. Audience with Tristani. Yeah, we are going to take that rare for sure. Would have also liked to have had the Frantic Scapegoat. Maybe that wheels now that we've kind of cut off red. But that is certainly the best red card in that pack. Cold Case Cracker was pretty darn good as well. Do we want a Lumbering Laundry? Orangutan. I'm a little surprised Orangutan is rated as low as it is at just a 1.5. I think it's a better card than that, honestly. No, I don't think we want a Lumbering Laundry. There's Slime Against Humanity, though. That's a pretty killer card. But we're going to end up with that. I don't feel like I need to draft Slime Against Humanity at all. Felonious Rage, again, giving us the option to cut off a red. And Alley Assailant, also quite good. I think that's where I'm going to go here. Felonious Rage, I like. I think it's better than a 2 from the pro rating, but not quite as good as the agent there. Rumble Belt, Snarling Gorehound, or you know what? I got to take the breakout here. I don't think I'm playing it today, although we are getting close to maybe wanting to splash green. I don't think Axebane really is splashable. I would love to be wrong about that. Let's see here. Shady Informant or Demand Answers. Really, I think we're going to go Shady Informant there. I think the auto pick had it right. And Innocent Bystander, or no, we're going to go Mortipede. That is a really strong card to be in there that late. Rakdos, of course, being one of the more aggressive. Case of Gorgon's Kiss. Or Cerebral Confiscation. Well, I'm going to take the uncommon. I don't think I'm going to play it, to be real honest. There's another late uncommon. Good stuff. And oh, our Scapegoat Wield. I feel like we just won the entire draft right there. We're gonna take the rare. Oh, that is 8 rares now. So we are beyond gravy here. Case of the Gateway Express is probably the best card here. Not something I'm playing though. Is there another? Long Goodbye, pretty good. We will take that. And honestly, this deck looks like it might be good enough to actually do some things. Connecting the dots. Why certainly. I think I will. Thank you. For the Coveted Falcon of all things. Who'd have thought that? Let's see here. Lightning Helix. Might actually splash for Lightning Helix. Let's see here. Bite down's pretty darn good. Did we take Public Thoroughfare just to have some fixing? That might be the correct answer here. Or I could just take another Clandestine Meddler. Extracted Confession was probably a stronger card overall. An on-color dual land for my 9th rare? Yes, I think I will. Thank you very much. At this point, the AI is eliminating the blue splash, so that's not terribly surprising. I don't love Caught Red-Handed in this format, but Nyax Weaver is a pretty nice card to pick up for the collection here. Let's see here. I really like the Drone Smith. I don't think we're going to play it in this deck necessarily, but a really strong card. Let's see here. Gearbane, Felonious Rage, or Balisca Stalker. I guess the Stalker, well, yeah, it's a disguise. We can handle that. The 6 mana cost threw me there for a minute. I don't love Caught Red-Handed. I really don't. But the Hellion or another Unscrupulous Agent. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Agent. Wow, black, just wide open. We'll take another late long goodbye. That feels pretty good. I like the Hellion. And Reconstruction, sure. So we ended up with a ridiculously good deck, I think, for having drafted, wow, 10 rares. 10 rares, and let's see here. We did end up with a good bit of commons. That's 3, 6, 9, 12, 13 commons. So about 1 pack's worth of commons. And almost a full pack's worth of rares. Okay, so I don't think we want to run multicolor splash. I think we need to probably trim that out a little bit. So let's look at our deck helper here. Lightning Helix, I think is the cut here. There it is. Yeah, let's get rid of that. And wow, is that our deck? Do I want to play green just for Hellion, or do we just try and flip it on double red? I think if I was going to splash something, it would be Breakout. But we do need to cut something here. Connect the Dots feels like the correct call there, and one more. I don't think we want to splash for Weaver. That doesn't feel right. Mass Hysteria, we knew that wasn't going to be playable. The things we do as value drafters. Let's see, Leyline is definitely a no. Case of the Gorgon's Kiss. Yeah, I think that's the one that's got to go. So let's take a look here. What's our curve actually look like? Informant is really a 3-drop. Hellion is really a 3-drop. Stalker is really a 3-drop. So, wow, this actually feels pretty good. We've got 2 uncounterable destroys, so those take out morphs. Presumed dead. Not a lot of 2-drop creatures. That's one problem that I'm seeing here. We're all in on 3-drops. And just not strong on the 2-drop. So, I mean, we're supposed to be the aggressive deck, and we're not going to be quite as aggressive as we want to be. But that's all right. We drafted 10 freaking rares. So, there you go. And that doesn't count I think, 2 cards from the list. There's the Nyx Weaver, and I want to say we had one more, and I just can't remember what it was. Maybe we didn't. Maybe we passed that. Oh, Mass Hysteria was from the list. That's what I'm thinking of. So 10 rares and 1 non-rare from the list. So not too shabby here. Let's send this out in the fray, and I mean, if we can get any wins at all, I feel like this has been a tremendous return on value here, to say the least. And there we are with the not great low curve, but we do have 2 creatures that we can disguise early. And I think of the 2, we go Shady Informant, because we could actually flip that on 4. So let's keep... I'm going to open up with a Swamp here. Faster Leech, sure. I think we want to save that Long Goodbye. Because, I mean, it's just a straight up... Well, it's almost straight up removal. It is conditional. But that's alright. We will take 1 here and be fine with it. And they're presenting mono black so far. That's interesting. And they're going to mill themselves. Good luck with that. That can go so sideways and limited. We'll take our turn. So I think we go here and let's morph a dude. I mean, being able to flip him next turn, take out presumably a blocking creature, and then hit for 4 seems very strong. We're not walking into that. I will take 1. Definitely. I hope he has some good mill payoff. He is definitely hitting himself. See if he wants to make this trade and wipe out his entire board position. Oh, that's interesting. He is indestructible. So we'll get suspected here. Alright, so let's swing for the 4. Do we want Krenko? 3/3 with haste? Yeah, I feel pretty good about that. And let's long goodbye his morph creature before he has the opportunity to do anything about that. Love the way that just cuts right through the ward BS. Milling some more. Okay. Is he gonna bring the servitor? He is. We'll take that. That was not even a concern. We're just gonna throw damage out here. When this creature dies, return to the... Yeah, okay. I'm fine with that. He's got to do some blocking here. We can flip that for some nastiness next turn. And we've got Presumed Dead coming down, so I think we're pretty well set up for a win here unless they can really surprise me this turn. And hey, you know, it's Magic the Gathering. Anything is possible. Do they have removal? Yep, they sure do. That should keep him on his side of the field. They take there. They stole my stuff. Alright, so what's the, it's 6, so I can't Presume Dead. Well, I gotta do it. Like, we're all in here. Well, he's in one of those situations where he's got to do something. Vengeful Creeper. Pretty serious. Wow, he's living with no fear here. Yeah, okay, I don't know why they did that. I guess that was their way of giving up. Hey, don't you worry, we're going to get back to the draft gameplay in just a moment. But first, I've got some wonderful patrons out there that contribute funds specifically towards giving away codes, and that's what we've got right here, right now. Of course, all my Patreon funds go to shoring up and building the community, but these funds specifically are giving away 2 decks here designed for new players. And of course, Murders at Karlov Manor is a mystery set, so you've got to figure out the missing numbers here just to figure out. And as you're working on that, keep in mind that these decks only add cards to your collection if you don't already have them. So if you're an established player, consider paying it forward and allowing a newer player to claim this code. And whoever ends up claiming it, all I ask is that you throw a comment down there so other people don't waste their time. So, all right, we have already exceeded expectations with 1 win. So we'll get in here. Let's do a second. Let's see, what do we got here? Okay, so we got Agent coming down on 2, Stalker possibly on 3, and Drone Smith or Person of Interest on 4, presuming we can draw some land. I like it. Let's run with it. The goat. I'm gonna play the dickens out of the goat this year. I really am. I wonder if they're all mono red rush. No, they're doing some Golgari shenanigans here. So we're probably gonna see a lot of morphs. Unfortunately, I don't get to keep their hand. All right, they gave up a land, so we know they have at least 1 more. Yep, there we go. My guess is they're going to morph a creature after they scapegoat, sure. And they will probably move it onto whatever they want. Alright. They did not. That's pretty interesting. So, we could play this down. But I think I'd rather do the Channeler. Meddler. Where did I get Channeler from? Oh well. So we're going to suspect this, and we're going to swing. And do we want Rot Farm for 4 mana? Is this better than Person of Interest? I don't think it is. So if they swing that face down, I'm awfully tempted to block. Actually, now that I'm really looking at this, I think Drone Smith is the better play next turn. Because it blocks a morph pretty effectively, and it gives me a 1/1 doctor. Well, that's unfortunate. I guess we won't be trading. Next turn, I may just need to galvanize their face down. This smells like a combat trick, so we're going to say no blobs. Okay, and they put the thing on it. Swinging for 4 here is not terrible. Although we're getting really low on lives at this point. So I think we might just have to throw Person of Interest in there. Yeah, see, that's the kind of problem I'm worried about here. But we did not kill the wrong morph, that's for sure. do not need a swamp. Thank you. We're set up to do the double block. And my guess is they've got a combat trick here. Because the fact that they're offering it is very suspicious, but if I only block with one and they take the other one out with a combat trick, I'm kind of in the same place anyway. Yep, that's a problem. They're gonna go for a clue. Okay. So only 6 mana. I'd love to be able to double style here, but I just can't. So I think we go all in. We person of interest here, so we have 2 blockers. If either of those blockers survive, we're in pretty good shape. I have no artifacts. So I think we kind of win here. Well, now they're Mass Maker. That does a thing. So we're gonna get some damage in here. Again, if he can take out a creature, we have problems. Too bad Shady Informant doesn't do damage to any target instead of just a creature. Ooh, Concealed Weapon. That's a problem. Yep. All damage goes on the stack at the same time, so I'm pretty sure we're screwed here. Oh, and I forgot he can't block. Darn it. So yeah, we're just we're dead. The dead zone. Only one loss though. 1-1. So let's re-up. Let's get in there and do this again. The theater. Got a pair of 3s there. Yeah, let's keep it. Let's just see what happens. I'd like to have one less land in hand and one more card, but maybe the Surveil will kind of fix that for us. I don't know. Of course, with the Hellion, having more land is probably not that bad when we want to flip that. I'm going to throw the land. You saw it here. You can tease me about it later when I absolutely regret that decision. This can't flip till 6. Tunnel Tipster, eh? Okay. Let's see what they play here. They should play a land and morph something, obviously. Eavesdropper. Interesting. Alright, so we've got 3 solid options here. I think I'm going to go Shady Informant here. Okay, this could work out super well for us. Oh, they went with the Gardener. Okay. I would think you'd be willing to make this trade. But he's not. So now getting that suspect is pretty good. Not looking like I can 2-spell next turn, though. Okay. Not loving this card. Every time I have it, it feels like it's dead in my hand. Not a bad 2-for-1. Don't hate it. I don't think he's coming across, though. No. No, he was not. Do I just play this as a 3-3? Honestly, I think I do. Of course, if I had played it as a morph, it would not have come down tapped. So there's a little something to learn. Oh, that was tempo. That hit pretty hard. I think that may have just lost us the game. That and forgetting that this game had tapped. We still can't win. I'm not sure what I'm even doing at this point. Alright, there's 2 losses. But we already have the world. Alright. Back against the wall. Can we extend the game beyond this round? Well, that is terrible. Really don't want to lose some mulligans. God, that's terrible too. I mean... So we definitely get rid of that. And I think we get rid of that. And prepare to regret all of my life choices on this one. Where were you last turn, Mr. Goat? I needed you in. You have let me down. We will not have an artifact to sacrifice. but I kind of feel like it's what we had to do. We haven't drawn the third land yet. This is me regretting all of my life choices. Third land comes in tapped. The pain and suffering that is the things. And you do get him for one. It's the hardest working goat of all time. We will decline that, I think. Well, that's a huge problem. That's a big guy. We're gonna say no block. We'll say no attacks here, because that's still not very good combat. The wrench. Gonna go on the flyer, continue to lock down the board. Oh my goodness, we've lost. The goat is gonna get it. Probably one of these is gonna get it too. Oh, long goodbye. Yes, thank you very much. That is kind of sort of what I needed here. Not really saving me. Wow, they took 5. Does that mean we just die on swing back 7, 10, 13? No, because we have a blocker. Or 2. We have some blocks. We're still going to take like a bajillion. Wow, okay, well, I was hoping we could come out a little better than this at this point, but apparently we cannot. They played an excellent game. They have a great deck. I cannot take that away from them at all. And even this is not going to really even things up for us. Not even what I wanted to kill. And if we could have drawn that card, we'd have still lost. That is the spot that we're at here. All right, well, we drafted 10+1 rare cards, and we got a win. So we're going to get an additional pack. And before we go, I want to take just a moment to thank my totally awesome patrons for supporting me and allowing me to apply my passion into a community. And of course, before we go, I've got some suggestions for your next step.